it's an absolutely beautiful night here in San Diego. Qualcomm Stadium was just lit almost magically tonight with the fireworks and the entertainment and all of that good stuff that makes for almost a perfect night. And it was perfection in the end because the Buccaneers ended up beating the Oakland Raiders to win their first ever world championship. So pretty exciting stuff.
I'll say J.P. Peterson is out on the field right now. Let's switch to him and find out what's going on inside the stadium.
Hi, JP.
Thanks, Bob and Gail. Hi, Gail. I'm with Brian Kelly here, and I'm going to take this out of my ears so I don't hear myself. Brian, a wonderful job by the defense. You held the vaunted Raiders offense, ranked #1 in the league, to under 100 yards, and the game was essentially over. How did you guys do it?
Hey, we just executed, man. The key was to execute better than their offense. We knew that coming in. The game plan was simple. We didn't throw in a lot of gadgets, nothing new. We knew that we could get up in their face, disrupt the timing, and let the front four eat, and that's what happened.
How satisfying for you? You were one of the guys who came in here. Tony Dungy stuck with the young guys. You guys got better every single year, and you played at a Pro Bowl level this year. How does it feel?
Oh, this is special right here. Like you mentioned, Coach Dungy, a lot of the guys that were here back in the old days, this is all for them. It's for the city of Tampa. I mean, this you really can't describe it right now, man. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
We'll talk football. Brian, 5 interceptions, 3 returned for touchdowns. The secondary, the linebackers, just talk about your defensive back play.
Hey, we knew we could put a performance up against these guys. Actually, just being stingy, we should have took away more than we did. They took a shot early, late in the game on us, and they were able to capitalize. But, man, we could have blanked these guys. Man.
Yeah.
We knew coming in that we could do it. You know, all respect to them. Jerry and Tim have been playing at a high level for a long time, but those days were gone.
What about the emotion of cementing the legacy for this defense? You guys have won a lot. You've played well. You've not won the championship. This validates that.
Yeah, it does. And we knew coming into this game that the great ones win the championships. And we want to be considered one of the great defenses to ever play in this National Football League. And to come out here and put on this performance, I think it speaks for itself.
What are your plans for tonight, Brian?
I'm going to party, man. We got to get back to Tampa, but I'm going to party right now. I'm going to enjoy this, man.
Right, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Brian Kelly, one of the rocks of this defense. Come on over here. All right, we've got family members and everybody coming in. Damaris Quarles, first of all, tell me, as a wife of Shelton Quarles, how does this feel emotionally?
It feels great. I'm really, really happy for him and the team, and it's just a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling.
Talk about what your husband has been going through through the playoffs and throughout. What does it mean for him to win this championship? He's one of the guys came from the CFL. I mean, he came up the tough way.
Yeah, he really did. He didn't have anything given to him, and he really worked hard for everything. I mean, he studies a whole lot. Sometimes people think you just go out there and you just play. No, he studies day and night, goes in early, comes home late, and he works real hard, and I'm happy that, you know, this was the end result, the Super Bowl.
Well, congratulations. Go party with your family.
Thank you so much.
All right, enjoy. I'm going to bring in Bill Gramatica here real quick. Your brother Martine, your dad's here as well. Come on in. The whole family is here, of Gramaticas. First of all, Bill, you know the pressure of kicking in big games. Not this big game. You'll get there one day. What was Martine's mindset throughout the week?
Well, I think he's been calm throughout the whole week. You know, we've been talking to him, eating, going to lunch, dinner with him, spending a little time. And, you know, knowing Martine, we knew he was going to be ready. And he was. Not only him, but the entire team was ready.
All right, Dad, how satisfying is this for you? You guys came to LaBelle, Florida. You taught your sons how to kick, a great soccer player yourself. How satisfying to have a Super Bowl champion?
Well, this is emotional. I don't know. I don't have words. I never expect that. I want to say thank you to all Tampa, LaBelle, and also Florida, the support. We go to Orlando, different places. Every time they cheer for Martin and cheer for Tampa Bay.
Tell me, what do you think's going on in Argentina tonight?
Oh, they're crazy. They're crazy. Yeah, there was my wife talked with my mother-in-law. Is 89. Is everybody jumping in the house? All Argentina they think this one situation very, very bad now economically. That is help one illusion for the good future.
There will be a party tonight in Argentina. The Gramatica family, thanks so much for stopping by. Go enjoy this win. Tremendous win. The Bucs win the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 37, 48-21 was the final. Brad Johnson, what a phenomenal game. You've been maligned all your career. This is the ultimate validation. How do you feel?
It really is. I always play winning football, but looking for one moment. Even when my playoff stats weren't as good, I've always said that you're gonna be known for what you do in the playoffs, and if you win a Super Bowl. And to say that I'm gonna sit on this side where all the winners are in that room, with all the winning quarterbacks, it's an incredible feeling, and it's an awesome feeling for our team. Our guys work so hard together. We've improved throughout the course of the year, and John did an unbelievable job of keeping everything intact and keeping us playing at a high level.
Bull, you're one of the most mentally tough people I've ever seen in sports. You throw an interception, but you come right back and throw 2 more touchdown passes. What was your thought process after that first pick?
It's unbelievable. Actually, this kind of happened in the San Fran game, happened in the Philly game, happened tonight. So I kind of laughed it off because it wasn't really my fault. It took a hit, threw the ball, got an interception. So I wasn't going to let one bad play affect me for the rest of the night. Came back. We struggled a little bit in the first quarter. Second, third quarter, we were hot. We put it on them. And fourth quarter, just trying to close the game out. But it's an incredible feeling.
Didn't know. Rich, what an incredibly emotional day for you. Any thoughts of your late father at this point?
Well, you know, my whole family's here, and we got together this morning, and my brother got all emotional and everything else. Yeah, sure, there are. You know, my father was aligned with his franchise, and I never liked the fact that it was aligned in a negative way, that the franchise was in some way looked at negatively. I think we turned that around locally the last 6 years, but nationally we kept saying we need a Super Bowl to completely change it and recognize what he did in a positive light. But, you know, it was a great day for that.
Rich, talk a little bit about how this team was built. I mean, it started way back when, but when you came in '95, your first 2 picks, Derek Brooks and Warren Sapp, really the cornerstone of this defense. How to satisfy, I know you don't want to take credit, we'll heap it upon you, but it must be extremely satisfying to have built this team slowly with draft picks. Tony played the young guys, John Gruden put you over the top.
Yeah, there was a formula for doing it, and the big thing we said early on, JP, was we're going to build the defense first. We're going to try to win a championship with defense, and we did that, and we built a championship defense. We just couldn't get over the hump on offense, and what John did for us this year was come in and kind of look at the offense and change it and modify it and get better as the weeks went on. We were not a good offense week 1. We weren't a good offense week 3. But as the season went on, he got to figure out our players, and we had more success. But
Up there, but we have Lomas Brown here, and Lomas, you've been in the league 18 years. You finally got your ring. What does it feel like?
Oh, man, it's wonderful. It's so wonderful. And, you know, I guess unless you've been in this situation, or unless you've been in the league this long, and unless you lost the Super Bowl, man, this feels so great, man. I'm so happy I was part of this.
You were one of the great stories here, and I understand your 78-year-old father, you just told me, was here. I know he's been on dialysis throughout the season, and you got to bring him to San Diego. How does that feel?
Wonderful, man. You know, it's so wonderful because he's been there for me throughout my whole career. And for me to win it in my 18th year, and for him and my mom to be in the stands, I mean, it was just wonderful. It was really heartfelt, and, you know, we're going to celebrate this so much tonight when we get back.
Okay, well, let's go back out to JP, because now I understand you've got the A-Train with you, JP.
You betcha. We got the A-Train right here. Mike Allstott scores a Super Bowl touchdown. How sweet was that?
Oh, dream come true. Not only to win, but be a part of a team that I actually got in the end zone. It's just, you know, I'm just happy for everyone, especially this big guy right here, Lomas Brown.
We just talked to him. Jump in here, guys.
This is my man, the A-Train. Hey, I think this guy, all these guys, man.
A guy that's hung in there and come to a team over 18 years and to get a championship ring, you know, and there's nothing more special.
Hey, this is my man. This is my man right here, the A-Train, baby.
And you know that goes with a lot of people on this team. You know, this throughout the last year, there's been a lot of maybe adversity that's faced a lot of players in the face, and really had to, you know, go through a lot. And
especially you, Mike. John Gruden came in, really didn't know how to use you, but through the season, you've evolved into a very important part of this offense, especially in short yardage where you guys used to struggle. I think you were 7 for 8 on 3rd and 1s the last couple of games, and then tonight, a huge touchdown in short yardage situation. What's your emotion finally getting to play such a pivotal role in these playoffs with 4 touchdowns, I believe?
It's, you know, I always said, you know, I'm not going to complain, I'm not going to do anything. I just want to, you know, when my number's called, I just want to respond. And the players around me have helped me tremendously throughout the year. And for the players that have been on this team, you know, there's a core, a handful of players in my 7 years as a Buccaneer, and see this franchise turn around within my career. I'm just happy to be a part of.
Finger injury, and you know what? We actually have Ronde Barber who's just stepping in, so I'm going to be quiet. And what a game, Ronde.
Thank you, man. It was a dominating performance on defense. We loved it. We played the way we expected to play, and it was a big victory for us.
Is that Hugo, boss?
This is Hugo.
Hey,
is that Hugo?
Thank you. Talk about the defensive game plan. You came up, you faked blitz a couple times, you came a couple times. It seemed to really throw Rich off of his rhythm.
You know, we had a great game plan again. You know, Monty's 3 weeks in a row, these playoffs and the Super Bowl, he's put together a tremendous game plan. We went out and executed. It's really not that much different than what we've done every year. You know, of course we like, or every week during the year. Of course, we like to show some disguises that helped in the touchdown last week. We did the same thing today. He was checking off, and we had him on their heels from the beginning.
But this is the #1 ranked offense in the NFL. You've been hearing that all week long, and now you've put a performance up on the boards that will live in the legend of Super Bowls.
We're the #1 ranked defense, and we knew we were the better team coming in. You know, I have a lot of respect for Jerry and Tim and what they've done in their careers, but they put those guys on the field today, and we knew we were going to dominate them, and it was just a matter of us playing our A game, and there's no doubt we were going to do that in this type of atmosphere.
Ronde, 5 picks. You didn't get one? What's up with that, man?
How about that? I can't believe it. You know, give a lot of credit to my teammates.
They're staying away from you, Ronde. This just in.
They're staying away. But you know what? Those guys, they play great. Dexter deserved the MVP. His 2 picks at the beginning of the game turned the deal. You know, Dwight obviously could have got it with his 2 touchdowns, but you know, we played awesome in the second. I don't have a better word for it.
And now you're worldwide. Japanese television interviewing you there in the locker room.
Very big in Japan.
The Letterman show interviewing you there in the locker room. What's that like as an experience?
Oh man, it's impossible to soak it all in. You know, I knew we were going to come in this game and win, but the fact that we won this game and it makes us world championships is something that's impossible to put into words.
Ronde, talk about your emotions. You're another great story. You came to the Buccaneers, 3rd-round pick. Your first year was a rough year. You didn't play a lot, but Tony stuck with you, another one of the young guys, and you developed into the best cornerback in the league. Talk about that perspective.
You know, it's always a process. You know, I don't think a lot of guys come in this league and dominate, and that's just not. It's not how this league is too competitive. There's too many good players in this league, and you got to learn. You need coaches to help you out, and I had that. I definitely had that with Tony, with Herm Edwards, and now Mike Tomlin comes in and turns me into a Pro Bowl player, an All-Pro player. You know, I've had a lot of help along the way.
Talk a little bit about the personal life. Claudia's at home. Yamil, your little daughter, you got one on the way.
Yeah.
Does it get any better to be Ronde Barber?
It doesn't, man. You know, I was telling somebody earlier, you know, we got married same year, had a baby, went to the Pro Bowl, you know, got another one on the way, and now I'm a Super Bowl champion. It's hard it'd be hard to find somebody in America more happy than me right now.
I asked Mike Allstott the same thing. You're a fan favorite. Look into the camera, the co-host of Sunday Sports Extra. Talk to Tampa. Talk to your fans.
Hey, keep that party going, man. Another day. We'll be right back.
What a parade it's going to be.
Tomorrow at Tuesday at 3:30, right?
Yep.
Tuesday at 3:30.
We'll be there.
We have to find somebody with a Learjet. If you know anyone with a jet to get us
the
back
Channel
in
8
time
crew
with them,
home, yes.
please give us a call.
Ronde, thanks so much, man. It's been a great season on Sunday Sports Extra. We look forward to another one. Good to see you, man. Congratulations. You're the best. You're the best.
See you guys.
Thanks, buddy. I think you got to go get on a bus. There's a $500,000 party waiting for you back at the
Here it is, the headline that some of the players have been holding up from the San Diego paper, the Union Tribune. BUCS